Adjustable rate mortgages, or ARMs, are mortgage loans with interest rates that are tied to a market rate or index and may change with market conditions. Price level adjusted mortgages, or PLAMs, are ARMs where the loan balance would be adjusted up or down by a price index. So let's assume that a mortgage is made for $60,000 for 30 years at an interest rate of 4%, and the loan balance will be indexed to the Consumer Price Index and adjusted annually with annual inflation at 6%. As you can see, compared to the constant payment mortgage, the monthly payments on the price level adjusted mortgage are increasing over time with inflation, whereas the constant payment mortgage is flat. Also, the outstanding loan balance on the price level adjusted mortgage may increase before it decreases, where the constant payment mortgage is constantly declining in balance. So with an adjustable rate mortgage for $60,000 with an initial interest rate of 6% and a term of 30 years with payments reset at the end of each year based on an index, our initial payment will be the same as that fully amortizing loan that had these same parameters. So the payment is going to be calculated the same way. N will be 30 times 12, or 360. I will be 6 divided by 12, or 0.5. The present value will be $60,000, and the future value will be 0. If we solve for payment, that initial payment will be $359.73. But now, what if the market index were to rise at the end of 1 year and change the interest rate on that mortgage to 8%? What would be the new payment amount? Well, first we have to find what the loan balance is. We can calculate the loan balance as either the future value of the payments that were made or the present value of the remaining payments. So let's do the future value of the payments that were made. So the payments that were made were just 1 year, so N is going to be equal to 1 times 12, or 12. The interest rate will still be 6 divided by 12, or 0.5, and the present value is $60,000. Our payments that were made over that year were $359.73, and we can solve for the future value and get a balance of $59,263. So now, using that balance, we can calculate the new payment at 8%. So this new payment would be for the remaining 359 years. 359 years. No. The new payment would be for the remaining 29 years. So 29 times 12 would give us 348 payments. The interest rate now is going to be 8 divided by 12, or 0.67, and the present value will be that outstanding balance of $59,263. The future value will be 0, and we'll solve for the new payment and get $438.51. Some additional terminology that we need to know for adjustable rate mortgages and floating rate loans are as follows. The index is the interest rate series agreed on by both the borrower and the lender, and over which the lender has no control. The margin or spread is a premium in addition to the index that's chosen. The composite rate is the sum of the interest rate based on the index chosen plus the margin used to establish the new rate of interest on each reset date. The reset date is the point in time when payments will be adjusted. Negative amortization is when additions to the outstanding loan balance are allowed into the loan agreement. Caps are maximum increases allowed in payments, interest rates, maturity extensions, and negative amortization on the reset dates. Floors would be maximum reductions in the payments or interest rates. Assumability is the ability of the borrower to allow a subsequent purchaser to assume a loan under the existing terms. So let's work through an example with a hybrid loan. So hybrid loans could be a combination of a fixed rate and an adjustable rate. So you could have a 3-1, a 5-1, or a 7-1 hybrid loan. So let's assume that we have a $100,000 3-1 hybrid with a 30-year maturity and an initial rate of 6%. So we need to calculate the payments for the first 3 years. So with this 3-1 hybrid, our interest rate will be fixed for the first 3 years, and then it will adjust, or it could adjust, every year after that. So to calculate our initial payment on this 3-1 hybrid, our N is going to be 30 times 12, or 360. I will be 6 divided by 12, or 0.5. The present value is 100,000, and the future value is 0. We just solve for payment like we have before, and we'll get an initial payment of $599.55. But now on this 3-1 hybrid, let's assume that at the end of the 3 years, the rate has risen to 6.5%. So now we need to calculate our new payment. So first, just like before, we're going to calculate the loan balance at the end of year 3, or at that reset date. So if we calculate the present value of our remaining payments would be those remaining 27 years, or 27 times 12, which is 324. The interest rate that we had for those first 3 years was 6%, so I is going to be 6 divided by 12, or 0.5, and we were making payments at $599.55, so that will be the payment. And the future value is 0, and we'll solve for the present value to get a loan balance at the end of year 3 of $96,084. Our next step is to find the new payment. So our new payment is going to be for 27 years, so N will be 27 times 12 is equal to 324. But our interest rate will now be 6.5%. So I is going to be 6.5 divided by 12 is equal to 0.5417. Our present value is that loan balance after 3 years of $96,084, and our future value is 0. We solve for the payment and we get $629.88.